What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about some Norwegian words that don't translate. So, I want to take a look at this Reddit discussion where somebody asked what words in Norwegian are impossible to translate into English. So, like most Americans, I only speak English. But apparently, if you speak Norwegian, there are Norwegian words that make perfect sense to you, but they don't make sense when translated into English. So today, I just thought it would be fun to try to see what some of these words are and try to understand what they mean, even though they don't really translate. So let's take a look here, starting with polog? Polog? Spread and topping. Polog. Okay, so my plan is to use Google Translate here. So this says it means toppings. Is that not quite right? That's not, okay. I have a backup plan. We have ChatGPT, and if I plug it in here, it's going to try to give me a little more of an explanation. It can be tricky to translate into English. It has a broad use in Norwegian culture. Okay, thank good for AI, because I think this is going to have a chance to explain it to me. So literally, it means topping, or something that is laid on top of something else. So that's not what it is? All of these, Google and ChatGPT think pålegg is just like a topping for what? Like a sandwich? Or anyway, it says pålegg refers to anything you might put on top of a slice of bread or a cracker. Oh, this is very Norwegian. Okay, because you guys have the matpakke, right? The sandwiches or the open-faced sandwiches, right? So pålegg is specifically for a slice. It's not just a topping on ice cream or something. This is on bread. And it refers to a wide range of specific items like cheese, cold cuts, jam, even liver. This is a staple in Norwegian breakfast and lunches. It's featured in matpakke. Yep, okay. Okay, I get it. Yeah, that would make sense that there's no direct translation to English, because we don't even have sandwiches like Norwegians do. Okay, so far that makes sense. All right. A Norwegian word that English really should have, but doesn't, is hersketeknikk? Hersketeknikk? Am I saying this right? Okay. Rule technique. Okay. Google Translate is clearly just has no idea what this means. All right, let's plug this into the AI. Hersketeknikk. It has specific social implications. It literally means rule technique or mastery technique. So is this like when you practice and you master something or a technique, or is that not right? All right, what it really means to Norwegians is it's a set of manipulative strategies or tactics used by someone in a position of power to belittle, control, or demean others. What? This is incredibly specific. Yeah, I can't think of a word that means this. Why do you have this word in Norwegian? This is fascinating. So it's specifically strategies used by somebody who's very powerful, like, I don't know, a king or the president, who uses their position to belittle or demean or control others. Interesting. Yeah, we definitely don't have a word exactly for this situation. Maybe we should. These tactics are subtle and include undermining a person's contributions, withholding information, making someone feel guilty, using sarcasm to embarrass them. Wow, this is really specific. This concept was popularized by a Norwegian psychologist and politician, Berit Oz. Wow, he described manipulation techniques. What the heck? This highlights how power can be abused. Wow, I was not expecting this. American social discourse is full of it. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking we really could use this word because this is applicable in American life. Herrschaftstechnik. That's really interesting. Really interesting concept. Cool. All right. I see why these words don't have a direct translation to English. They're very complicated. The word I can think of that requires the most explanation is allemansretten. Allemansretten means the common law. And what does that mean exactly? It's deeply meaningful. It means every man's right. It refers to the public right of access and passage through certain private lands for recreation. Oh, this is like the Norwegian right to roam. Yes, I've heard of this a little bit before. Yeah. You guys have like the legal right to roam freely in the countryside, forest, and mountains, regardless of who owns the land. Whereas here in America, if you we consider it trespassing. If you go on someone else's property, mostly people put up signs and gates and fences and they put up signs that say like trespassers will be shot or so. Like sometimes you see that and you're like, okay, there's no way I'm exploring this area. And you have to really be careful who owns it because that's a big thing in America. I really like how Norway addresses this where, well, it's funny because I do think this concept makes sense in Norway because you guys seem to have the discipline and the responsibility to roam on public land and be respectful. Whereas in America, I think as a society, I don't think we could handle allemansretten. I don't think we could handle it. People would take advantage of this in America. People would trespass and vandalize things, steal, try to live on other people's property. Unfortunately, there's a lot of reasons why I don't think this would work in America, but it's kind of beautiful that this is a thing in Norway. You can walk anywhere in the countryside. You can pitch a tent wow. You can camp as long as you're not near their house. Okay. You can pick wildflowers, mushrooms, berries, respect the nature. That's the thing. In America, we don't really respect nature in the same way. So that's a really cool Norwegian term. That's really cool. Okay, Dognen. Dognen? What? How do you even say this? Dogen.
Dane.
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 I forgot it has a pronunciation tool. I can listen to how to say it.
Dane.
Dane. 24 hours? Is that a... That's not too crazy. Is that what it means? Let's see here. It's a 24-hour period. It refers to a full day, 24 hours, night and day. It's used in weather forecasts. Unlike the English day, which can be ambiguous, this word means it's... Wait. So in English, a day can be either the time the sun is up or a full 20... Oh, I see. If you're speaking English, you might say, Yeah, I have all day to visit. I have all day to come visit. That would mean like the daytime, the sunlight hours, like noon to 5 p.m. or something. Whereas if you use this word,
Dane.
Dane, that means 24 hours, day and night together. Interesting. I don't think we have a word for that. Yeah. Yeah, we don't explicitly have a word for that I know of. Huh. Moll. What is this? Moll. Mall?
Mulig.
Molle. Molle. Does it mean to maul? To like a bear mauls you? Attacks you? To paw? It refers to the action of an animal? No, this has a translation. Oh. Well, this person says, I don't even think the AI understands this one. Is this a Norwegian word? Molle? To eat something straight from the box or package without anything. What? To eat something straight out of the box without anything else. For example, if you eat some ham, deli ham, without putting it on a sandwich. Really? Mole. The AI didn't even understand this. Google and AI did not know this one. Wow. I needed a real Norwegian to explain it. Mole. That definitely... To eat something straight out of the box. We should have a word like that. I do that all the time. It's like when you eat cereal out of a box. I don't do this really, but if you had cereal and you reached in the cereal box and just grabbed some and ate it, like you don't even put it in a bowl, you don't add milk, you don't use a spoon. Would that count? Or is it mostly for deli meat? That's funny. I think a lot of Americans eat stuff straight out of the box. That's funny. Cause. Cause? Enjoy.
Kos.
Kos? Does AI know this one? Kos. It's a cherished concept in Norwegian. Fun or coziness. This sounds kind of familiar, actually. It's a state of being, a feeling, an activity. Okoseg? What? What? To enjoy yourself. An action. It's a noun. It's a verb. You can call it in English to enjoy yourself, to be comfortable at ease, to cuddle. But doing so means using a phrase or a descriptive sentence. There's no way to translate the simple three-letter word kos. That's this one syllable word expresses a multitude of feelings and perceptions, all positive. What a magical word. Kos. Yeah, I've heard of like the Norwegian cozy culture. Something like that. That's interesting. I don't think, unless you're Norwegian and you've experienced the kos, getting a blanket on while the sun is rising with a coffee or something like that, there's no way to truly explain how this means and feels in one little word. That's really cool. Solvig. Did we do this one already? I think we did. Solar wall. What? Did we? Wait, was this the same one at the top? No, that was pålegg. This is Solvig. Solar wall? No. That can't... Sun wall? It's a wall designed to receive sunlight. What? Is this Oh, it's solar? Is this for solar? I don't know. Solgrop. I must sound so strange pronouncing these. Sun pit? What? Sun pit? It refers to the outdoors. Sun pit? Small, natural, artificially created depression or in the ground where sunlight accumulates. This is like something that cats do, like sit in little nestle into the ground in the sun. Or do Norwegians do this? Wait, it's a cozy sheltered spot. Like, oh, it's for like reading a book or enjoying the warmth. So this is something that in Norway you go out of your way to create a solgrop. You create a little nook to relax in the sun, I guess. This is really interesting stuff. What is this?
Kladdeføre.
Kladdeføre. Journalize. Journalize? It's so funny hearing words that don't translate well. It's literally words that just exist in Norway that have definitions. You all know what this means, but in English in America, like you have to use so many words to describe this stuff. This is particular weather conditions. Really, it means clump conditions. It's really referring to a type of wet, sticky snow that clumps together, making skiing, driving, or walking difficult. This is so Norwegian. Like, it makes so much sense why this would be useful in Norway, where you have this wet, sticky snow and you're annoyed that you can't go skiing. It builds up on skis. This is not something Americans even think about or experience. You have a word for a type of snow. That's so funny. Wow, this is so fun. Kick support.
Sparkstøting.
Sparkstøting. Sparkstøting. Kick support? What? Kick sledding? It's the activity of using a kick sled. What's a kick sled? It's a chair mounted on metal runners? A chair? You propel the sled by kicking the ground. Like it's a scooter. It's like a scooter on snow? What? Hold on. I'm going to Google this. Can I get a picture? Okay. What the heck? This is interesting. This is some kind of Norwegian sled or something. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's keep going. I forgårs?
I forgårs.
I forgårs. The day before yesterday. The day before yesterday. Yeah, we don't have a word for that. We just call it the day before yesterday. It's the day that occurred 2 days ago. You have a word for this? In English, us English speakers in America, we're just here saying the day before yesterday. Whereas you guys just have a single word.
I forgårs.
That's so funny. You can just give stuff words. You can just call it something. We should call that something. Why don't we have a word for that? Surtvær.
Surt vær.
Surtvær. Bad weather? Okay. Bad weather. It has to mean more than that. Sour weather. It means sour weather. Weather that is cold, damp, and unpleasant. So in English, we just say bad weather, unpleasant weather. We describe the weather. You have a dedicated word for cold, damp, unpleasant weather. Huh. Not just cold weather, but weather that feels biting, harsh, undesirable to be outside. I see. It's like in Norway, you have words to describe types of snow and types of cold and types of feelings of negative weather and positive weather, and you have specific words for this stuff. This is so cool. That's actually a lot of fun. I thought this would be interesting. It's just so interesting that you guys have words dedicated to a lot of concepts and ideas and very specific things. And you just give them a word, and in English, we don't even bother. I've never thought about it like that, how we lack words to call things. Really interesting, and I think I learned a bit about Norwegian language as well today, so this was a lot of fun. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. If you're Norwegian, give your thoughts on any of these Norwegian words. If you feel like you can explain what these mean in English, that'd be fun to hear about, or any other Norwegian words that don't really translate, that'd be fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and learning about Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.